We're live. You want to join me?
No, can I have your sandals? I'm gonna feed my chickens.
Yeah, take them. Nobody's in here yet. What's up, guys? What's with the thumbnail, right? So I got this microphone here. Hopefully it's working. It's called a Deity, and I don't like that about it. I bought it because it has good, it had good reviews, and for the price point that I was looking at, it was, decent from what I saw. It's been giving me issues. I'm not impressed with it. Certainly don't like that it's called Deity. So I'm going to Sharpie that out. Not a big fan. So on this video, after I get this deity crossed out here, because Yahweh is the only deity in my home. The one true Yahweh. Shalom, Brother Palmetto Paratrooper. So yeah, I'm just going to get this scrubbed out here because I'm not advertising for this company. Sorry, I mean, I kind of did in this video, but hopefully I'm poo-pooing on them a little bit because their microphone's not very good. I'm not impressed. And it wasn't cheap. It was over $100 for this microphone. And I don't know about you, but that to me is a lot of money, especially to spend on a microphone. But I want these Bible readings to have decent audio, and so I thought it'd be worth the investment. And as we're also going to continue to make more videos in the future, we're going to need an audio, a microphone. Do I need another one? Possibly. If you have another one, don't feel the need to buy one. We'll in time we'll get one. I appreciate that, brother. Moose Run Coffee. Shout out to Moose Run Coffee, keeping brothers and sisters caffeinated. If you don't know, Moose Run Coffee makes the best tasting, or they roast the best tasting organic coffee that I've ever had. Like, God's honest truth. Shalom Lost Light, Jacqueline Hembry. Oh, we got some people jumping in here. GR Cleve, JS Genesis Designs. Shalomi homie. JS Genesis Designs is another small business owner, and he makes amazing woodworking project. He does some scoops for Moose Run. He does cutting boards, plaques, all kinds of stuff. He's got a website, so check him out. If we like to support other small businesses on here. I'm not paid to say any of it. I wouldn't, I wouldn't support something or recommend something that I don't believe in truly. But is that blocking it out? I think that blocks it out. At least it makes it hard to pick up on camera. But I'm just trying to block it out. It doesn't matter, because I'm always trying to adjust it on here so that I'm not showing deity. I don't like to represent this brand, and I will at some point get a different microphone. I'm looking at I can't remember what they're called. There's a couple other brands that are in this price point. I'm going to go a little bit to the next price point when I get another microphone. Try to get a higher quality one. You are doing what I would probably do. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've already bought it, so I'm not throwing it away. I'll just try to mark it out. I was gonna look to see if I could buy a new one of these, but I'm not trying to spend any more money. We run a tight ship here, and or shift. I'm not sure how that saying goes, but we keep it lean. We don't buy things that we don't have to buy. We try not to, anyways. I'm not sure if you heard at the start of this live stream, but Lucia picked up her first article of Patagonia clothing, which is like warm weather kind of Pacific Northwest hipster clothing, if you don't know. And apparently it's nice stuff. So that, speaking of things that we didn't really need, no, not to shame you, Lucia, you like clothing. So, and she doesn't treat herself very often. So, and she bought it with the money she's earned from making Zeet Seats. I kick her a little bonus for making zeet seats for Sanctified, because a workman is worth their hire, a workwoman also. And we don't have zeet seats on the website without her producing them. So, boom, here we go. Deity's all blocked out on that side. Much better. Much better. Before, after. What do you guys think? Is that working out? It's better than not doing it. So we will get to Bible reading here shortly. We're going to pick up in chapter 4. We're in the book of Numbers. And there's a lot of names in here. And if I attempt to pronounce all of them correctly, first off, I'm still going to come up short from doing that. But I'm going to do my best to read them as I see them. But I feel like I get caught up and lose context in the passage that I'm reading when I get caught up on saying the name just right. When in reality, at this point of my walk, I'm not really acquainted with a lot of these names anyways. So as I read more and more and more, I will become more acquainted with them, and the name will still be hard to pronounce the next time I come across it. But if you know how to say these names right, let me know. Antonio, there's a last name I don't want to mispronounce. Avalos. Antonio Avalos. Shalom, brother. Thank you so much for being here. I noticed that you joined us on Patreon and you purchased from us a couple days ago. I just wanted to tell you, seriously, thank you so much. That means a lot to us. Patreon, I don't know if you guys, some of you are on our Patreon already in the chat, but we were just able to purchase 100 witnessing tracks so that we can put those in with orders, and you guys can give them to people or leave them somewhere. And it's going to be a way that we can make our t-shirt business not just a t-shirt business, but a way that we can witness to people, we can evangelize. And I know that most of us, I can only speak for myself, but I'm not the type of person that really likes to hit the mall and go like talk to random people. And
I think we've even been in the mall together.
Maybe like 10 years or like 9 years ago at some point, but I can't remember the last time I was in a mall.
Oh, for our wedding, I picked out high heels. Anyways.
But I don't like. Oh, last time I was in a mall was in Hutchinson, Kansas.
Oh, with your dad. Were you guys like laying hands on people though?
Yeah, we went around and we were praying for people and laying hands on people who had crutches, and we're praying for healing. We did see some healings. I didn't see any healings from people that I prayed for, but I'll tell you what, man, the Father is still in the business of doing miracles, okay? And I know it takes a lot of courage to get out there and actually do that and pray for people. You take a risk of not seeing the Father manifest a miracle in that moment. But, we're commissioned to do that in the New Testament. It says believers will do this. They'll lay hands on the sick and they'll cast out demons. They'll do these things, okay? And, I am feeling better. Thank you, Jacqueline Hembry. I kind of called off work a little bit today, and I slept in, and I feel like I've been going to bed too late and then waking up not early, but not getting enough sleep nonetheless. And the sleep I do get has not been quality sleep. So I felt like that would have been a really good way for me to start healing, is to get some rest. But anyways, what was I saying about, that was the last time I was in a mall.
We're not really ones to like go knocking on doors, basically, is what you were getting at.
Yeah, there are different ministries. There are different gifts for different people. And I do think that we need each other, right? Like, I think that's why we see 40,000 plus denominations of Christianity, because you have a hand saying to the foot, like, hey, man, you're not functioning properly. Don't you see? You need to walk. And then, the hand is like, no, you don't get it. Like, you're supposed to, strum a guitar, like, and the hand can do jobs that the feet can't do, but, the body can't stand without the foot and can't function properly without the hand. We do make up different parts of the body. And, sorry, Lucia's got something for you guys.
So, something that we have discussed about doing, because we have worked with, well, I can't say we worked with, but like we've done orders for people that are like, hey, I have low income, or hey, I'm on Social Security and I can't afford to buy all your shirts, but I love them, right? And so, something we're talking about doing, I have to get it figured out, is making an option so that you can basically sponsor a shirt for somebody or buy a shirt for somebody that can't afford it. And that's another part of that, like doing the things that churches are supposed to do, which is like feed the hungry.
You saw me naked and didn't clothe me, thirsty, you didn't give me anything to drink, hungry, and you didn't feed me, right?
Yeah, and something we have a lot of that we can bless people with is t-shirts. And they have a message, and there, a lot of the Father's people aren't, they don't have high income and stuff. So we want to be able to bless those that can't afford it. So that's something we're gonna start offering on the website at checkout.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be something that really fulfills like the deeper desires that we have with Sanctified, is making sure that we're not just selling a product, but we're also providing a covering, for a physical covering, of course, and we also want to disciple in that way as well. But for those who need it, for those who want to represent the kingdom on their chest or on their hat, we want to allow those who have enough to contribute to those who don't have enough. We're still kind of working out the logistics, how that's going to go on our websites. Yeah, like donate a shirt, or we could track our tips, because we do have a tip option. And we could just put up like a little pop-up that goes on the website, like, hey, if you want to contribute to someone who doesn't, but then that wouldn't be automatic. I don't know. We'll think about the details.
You also have to think, like, not everybody wants to message you and tell you they can't afford it. So I don't know.
Yeah, so it would be nice.
I'm trying to think of ways to do it, yeah.
Didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, it would be nice if it could be like anonymous so that people could, but I fear that, you'll get, I know some people take advantage of it.
We have like the best customers in the world.
I know, but there's some people that could be greedy, and although they need a shirt, they'll end up with like 5 or something. Maybe it's just like, I don't know. I want to make sure that those who have need get what they need, and those who donate are really providing for those who have need.
Even if it was like a way where they can purchase it themselves, we would still be able to track who's buying what. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we still have to track our inventory. Like, we can't not do that.
Yeah, but anyways, it's ideas. We're trying to cultivate this culture of, iron sharpens iron, and discipleship, and stewarding those who have less, and being a blessing for them. And
the hands and feet of Messiah. Like, it's kind of crazy because we like are like, oh, we run a t-shirt business, but then like I wake up some days and I'm like, wait, we have a ministry. Yeah, like, it's so crazy. That's not how I ever pictured this going, but it's really cool.
Anyway. Yeah, it is cool, and it's a blessing, it's an honor, it's a privilege, it's a responsibility, and we want to steward this position we've been given like with excellence. We want to make sure that the glory always goes back to the Father. We want to make sure that we really are clothing those who are in need, and not just we don't want to get lost in selling the product. We want to make sure that we're selling hope, that we're giving hope to those. Every single day that we wear these products, it starts a conversation, and you get an opportunity to love somebody in person and just show them you care enough to spend time and talk to them, which is something that we want to like act out more in our life. We do that because, and I'm an extrovert. Like, I like to talk to people. So people mention the shirt or hat, like I'm like, I don't skip a beat to talk to people, but
I never really shared any of my testimony, like, well, the testimony of Yeshua and, like, how that's affected my life until I started wearing the shirts. And that was when I had my first opportunities. And now, like, I'm an introvert, but if you approach me about something that I'm passionate about, like dogs or the Bible, all of a sudden I'm your best friend and I won't leave you alone and I'm chasing you around the store. So, I mean...
yeah, don't bring your tiny dogs to the store if you don't want Lucia to pet them and talk to you.
I'm that person, but you know what? I bring my little teacup in and... Can I touch her? Well, she'll bite you, but you can try. You know? So, I mean, I don't know, but yeah. Good afternoon, Brenda. I hope you're doing well.
So we got...
Has K&J Lumber, have they been on
K&J
here for a while?
Yeah,
don't
they
recognize
produce the lumber to JS Genesis Designs that he makes the cutting boards out of. In
Ooh.
fact, our cutting board was made from lumber from K&J Lumber Products.
We love it. Very good. It inspired us. We might be adding some butcher block to our kitchen because we loved it so much.
Yep. Right about here. See where this
We're
curtain
thinking about
is?
it. This is
We
where,
might extend this out just slightly and put a
where
little...
trash is.
Yeah, put a little spot where we can cut up our veg and get our chopping block on, you know.
I was going to do the dishes, but our neighbors are getting solar put in, so our water's not working.
So they're getting solar put in, so they're actually getting solar put into the well house so that we'll have off-grid solar water.
Yep. And Jerry, you got to order some plywood and build me a bench, remember?
Yep, I got some projects going
We do.
on.
I'm trying to get him to change the sink faucet, which would be perfect today because there's no water.
What?
Change this faucet for me.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
The first thing I need to do is put that thermostat in the Jeep, and then...
Okay. I bet I can change a faucet.
I bet you could do it.
I'll figure it out.
Don't do it. I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. I can do it. if you
Just
let
wait
me.
for me.
There's no
I'll
power
help you.
tools included.
No, but I'll help you.
Okay. Anyways, I'm going to go take care of my houseplants and listen to you read the Bible.
Oh, nice. You've been cleaning IBC totes and designing a rain catchment. We've got an IBC tote in the back that we have just been sitting on for 2 years, and I planned on doing the same thing for a rain catchment. I should do that. We have I should just move it over where the water runs off our awning and at least let it fill
that
up.
would be smart. Well, can we put fish in it?
No.
Why? I heard that's a good thing.
Let's talk off
Are
camera
you going to
about
put
that.
fish
That's
in
ridiculous.
it, Palmetto?
No, it's a water catchment for
I
drinking.
know, but some people put fish in it. It's a real thing.
Do you prefer to drink out of water that has fish swimming in it or not fish swimming in it? I prefer to drink water without fish pooping in my water.
Sorry.
Okay, let's get to the word, you guys.
Okay.
Lucia, thank you for featuring on this channel.
You're welcome.
He actually thought about setting one up with fish in it. Lucia.
See? I told you.
I don't know what I'm talking
I watch a lot of, like, homestead stuff.
Okay, so that's a thing. I'm not into that kind personally, but hey man, there's got to be a reason people are doing it. Added protein, yeah. JR Cleve, that's funny. My rain catchment would freeze solid. Yep, up there in northern Minnesota. Good fertilizer, water, and good fertilizer, water, and I catch catfish and hate it. Hello. So would you put the catfish in there for fertilizer for your soil? Tilapia, nice. Richard Barber, here I am. There you are, brother. You made the live stream. And thank you, Richard, for always jumping in and watching them even after. You always let me know that that you're here for the replay and the replay gang. And the comments, I know you do just to help the channel, so thank you for that. It does let people know that you guys enjoy our content. I know it's just us reading the Bible and stuff. It's just us hanging out, but hopefully we get more organized with the channel and make it kind of, I don't know, make it kind of legit, like YouTube channel type deal. I don't take the YouTube really seriously right now just because there's so many other things going on in my life, but this is the only thing that makes it worth it, is reading scripture with you guys. So I'm not going to waste more time. Let's go ahead and get into the book of Numbers. Put this back on now that it's discreto, not representing no deities besides the real one true Elohim of Israel. Okay, we're in chapter 4, book of Numbers. Boom. Chapter 4, book of Numbers. I'm reading out of the Scriptures, TS 2009. And that's on page 142. If you're following along at home, most of you, I'm sure, have other things to do at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, probably working, listening. So let's go. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe and to Aharon, saying, take a census of the sons of Kehath from among the children of Levi, by their clans, by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who enter the service to do the work of the tent of appointment. This is the service of the tent of Kehath in the tent of appointment, the most set apart matters. At the breaking of camp, Aharon and his sons shall come, and they shall take down the covering veil and cover the ark of the witness with it, and shall put on it a covering of fine leather, and spread over that an all blue wrapper, and shall insert its poles. And on the table of showbread they shall spread a blue wrapper, and shall put on it the dishes, and the ladles, and the bowls, and the jars for pouring, and the showbread on it. And they shall spread over them a scarlet wrapper, and cover the same with a covering of fine leather, and shall insert its poles. And shall take a blue wrapper and cover the lampstand of the light with its lamps, and its snuffers, and its trays, and all its oil vessels, by which they serve it. And they shall put it with all the utensils in a covering of fine leather, and put it on a bar. And over the golden slaughter place they shall spread a blue wrapper, and cover it with a covering of fine leather, and shall insert its poles. And shall take all the utensils of service with it, with which they serve in the set apart place, and shall put them in a blue wrapper. Lucia left your phone next to me.
Oh my gosh.
And shall put them in a blue wrapper, cover them with a covering of fine leather, and put them on a bar. And shall remove the ashes from the slaughter place, and spread a purple wrapper over it, and shall put on it all its utensils by which they serve there, the fire holders, the forks, and the shovels, and the basins, and all the utensils of the slaughter place, and shall spread on it a covering of fine leather, and insert its poles. And when Aharon and his sons have finished covering the set apart objects and all the furnishings of the set apart place at the breaking of camp, then the sons of Kehath shall come to lift them. But let them not touch that which is set apart, lest they die. These matters are the burden of the sons of Kehath in the tent of appointment. And the oversight of Eleazar, son of Aharon, the priest, is the oil for the light, and the sweet incense, and the daily grain offering, and the anointing oil, and the oversight of all the dwelling place, and all that is in it, with the set apart place and its furnishings. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe and to Aharon, saying, do not cut off the tribe of the clans of the Kehathites from among the Levites, but do this to them, and they shall live and not die when they approach the most set apart objects. Aharon and his sons shall go in and appoint each of them to his service and his burden. They are not, however, to go in to watch while the set apart objects are being covered, lest they die. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Take a census also of the sons of Gershon, by their father's house, by their clans. Register them from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old. All who enter to perform the service, to do the service of the tent of appointment. Honey, you're going to be blocking my light, and I won't be able to see.
Jumping up there real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I show you this?
Sure, real quick.
I agree with that.
Awesome.
I know.
She wanted to show me her house plant.
It's a very rare papyrus.
Verse 24, but I don't want to lose context on what we're reading here.
All right, go ahead.
This is the service of the clans of the Gershonites in serving and in bearing burdens. And they shall bear the curtains of the dwelling place and the tent of appointment with its covering, the covering of fine leather that is on it, the covering for the door of the tent of appointment, and the screen of the courtyard, and the covering for the door of the gate of the courtyard, which is around the dwelling place and slaughter place, and their cords, all their equipment for their service, and all that is made for them. So shall they serve. At the mouth of Aharon and his sons is all the service of the sons of the Gershonites, all their burden and all their service. And you shall appoint to them all the duty of their burden. This is the service of the clans of the sons of Gershon in the tent of appointment. And let their duties be under the hand of Ithamar, son of Aharon, the priest. As for the sons of Merari, register them by their clans and by their father's house. Register them from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old. All who enter the service to do the work of the tent of appointment. And this is the duty of their burden. Of the appointment, the boards of the dwelling place and its bars, and its columns and its sockets, and the columns around the courtyard with their sockets and their pegs, and their cords with all their equipment and all their service. And assign to each by name the equipment of the duty of their burden. This is the service of the clan of the sons of Merari, and all their service for the tent of appointment, under the hand of Ithamar, son of Aharon, the priest. So Moshe and Aaron and the leaders of the congregation registered the sons of the Kehathites by their clans and by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who entered the service for the work of the tent of appointment. And their registered ones by their clans were 2,750. These were the registered ones of the clans of the Kehathites, all those serving in the tent of appointment, whom Moshe and Aharon registered according to the mouth of Yahweh by the hand of Moshe. And those registered ones of the sons of Gershon by their clans and by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who entered the service for the work of the tent of appointment, the registered ones, by their clans, by their father's house, who were 2,630. These were the registered ones of the clans of the sons of Gershon, and all who serve in the tent of appointment, whom Moshe and Aharon registered according to the mouth of Yahweh. And those of the clans of the sons of Merari, who were registered by their clans, by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who entered the service for the work of the tent of appointment. The registered ones by their clans were 3,200. These were the registered ones of the clans of the sons of Merari, whom Moshe and Aharon registered according to the mouth of Yahweh by the hand of Moshe. All the registered ones of the Levites, whom Moshe and Aharon, the leaders of Israel, registered by their clans and by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who came to do the work of the service and the work of bearing burdens in the tent of appointment. Their registered ones were 8,580. Can we get that door shut? Honey?
Yeah, Jerry, yes. Come on.
According to the mouth of Yahweh, they were registered by the hand of Moshe, each according to his service and according to his burden. Thus were they registered by him, as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. Chapter 5. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Command the children of Israel to send out of the camp every leper and everyone who has a discharge. Thank you, babe. To send out of the camp every leper and everyone who has a discharge, and whoever becomes defiled for a being. Send out both male and female. Send them outside the camp, so that they do not defile their camps in the midst of which I dwell. And the children of Israel did so, to send them outside the camp, as Yahweh had spoken to Moshe. So the children of Israel did. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, when a man or woman commits any sin that men commit in trespassing against Yahweh, and that being is guilty, then they shall confess their sin which they have done, and he shall restore his guilt in its principal, plus 1/5 of it, and give it to whom he has been guilty. But if the man has no redeemer to restore the guilt to, the guilt which is restored goes to Yahweh. For the priest, in addition to the ram of the atonement, with which atonement is made for him. And every contribution of all that set apart gifts of the children of Israel, which they bring to the priest, becomes his. And every man's set apart gifts becomes his. Whatever any man gives the priest becomes his. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, when a man's wife turns aside and has committed a trespass against him, and a man has intercourse with her, and it is hidden from the eyes of her husband, and it is concealed that she has defiled herself, and there was no witness against her, nor was she caught, and the spirit of jealousy comes upon him, and he becomes jealous of his wife, who has defiled herself, or a spirit of jealousy comes upon him, and he becomes jealous of his wife, although she has not defiled herself, then the man shall bring his wife to the priest, and he shall bring the offering for her, 1/10 of an ephah of barley flour. He is not to pour oil on it, or put frankincense on it, because it is a grain offering of jealousy, an offering for remembrance, for bringing crookedness to remembrance. And the priest shall bring her near, and shall make her stand before Yahweh. And the priest shall set apart water in an earthen vessel, and take some of the dust that is on the floor of the of the dwelling place, and put it into the water. And the priest shall make the woman stand before Yahweh, and shall uncover the woman's head, and put the offering for remembrance in her hand, which is the grain offering of jealousy, while the priest holds up his hand the bitter water that brings a curse. And the priest shall make her swear and say to the woman, if no man has lain with you, and if you have not turned aside to uncleanness under the husband's authority, be free from this bitter water that brings a curse. Okay, so sure you're following along, but do a little recap from what I'm gathering. If a man believes his wife has cheated on him, this is going to take place. Whether or not she has actually cheated on him is to be determined, and this is kind of the method that they go through. So he's saying, and the priest shall make her swear and say to the woman, if No man is lain with you, and if you have not turned aside to uncleanness under your husband's authority, be free from this bitter water that brings a curse. But if you have turned aside under your husband's authority, and if you have defiled yourself with some man other than your husband has lain with you, then the priest shall make the woman swear with an oath of the curse. And he shall say to the woman, Yahweh make you a curse, and an oath among your people. When Yahweh makes your thigh waste away and your belly swell, and this water that causes the curse shall go into your inward parts, and make your belly swell and your thigh waste away. And the woman shall say, Amen, Amen. And the priest shall write these curses in a book, and shall wipe them off into the bitter water, and shall make the woman drink the bitter water that brings the curse. And the water that brings the curse shall enter her and become bitter, if she was guilty. And the priest shall take the grain offering of jealousy from the woman's hand, and shall wave the offering before Yahweh, and bring it to the slaughter place. And the priest shall take a hand filled with the offering and its remembrance offering, and burn it on the slaughter place, and afterward make the woman drink the water. And when he has made her drink the water, then it shall be, if she has defiled herself and has committed a trespass against her husband, that the water that brings the curse shall enter her and become bitter, and her belly shall swell, and her thigh shall waste away, and the woman shall become a curse among her people. But if the woman has not defiled herself and is clean, then she shall be clear and shall conceive children. This is the Torah of jealousy. When a wife turns aside under her husband's authority and defiles herself, or when a spirit of jealousy comes upon a man and he becomes jealous of his wife, then he shall make the woman stand before Yahweh, and the priest shall do to her all this Torah. And the man shall be clear from crookedness, but the woman bear her crookedness. Okay, so that's how they hash that out. Chapter 6. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, When a man or woman does separate, making a vow of a Nazirite to be separate to Yahweh, this is why we understand that a Nazirite vow is not just to hold back from drinking wine or alcohol, or cutting your hair, or dude.
What was the guy that had the hair that he cut?
Samson.
Why was he doing with Delilah?
He also was tricked into drinking wine. Yeah. So here's the thing. Nazirite means you're separated from your wife physically. No intercourse. Okay. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Chapter 6, verse 2, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, When a man or woman does separate by making a vow of a Nazirite to be separate to Yahweh, he separates himself from wine and strong drink. He drinks neither vinegar or wine, nor vinegar of strong drink. Neither does he drink any grape juice or eat grapes or raisins. Nothing from the fruit of the vine, the grapevine. Verse 4. All the days of his separation he does not eat whatever is made of the grapevine, from seed to skin. All the days of the vow of his separation, a razor does not come upon his head, until the days are completed, for which he does separate himself to Yahweh. He is set apart. He shall let the locks of his hair of his head grow long. All the days of his separation to Yahweh he does not go near a dead body. He does not make himself unclean for his father or for his mother, for his brother or his sister, when they die, because his separation to Elohim is on his head. All the days of his separation is he set apart to Yahweh. And when anyone dies beside him in an instant, suddenly, and he has defiled the head of his separation, then he shall shave his head on the day of his cleansing. On the 7th day he shaves it. And on the 8th day he brings 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons to the priest and to the door of the tent of appointment. And the priest shall prepare one as a sin offering and the other as an ascending offering, and shall make atonement for him because he sinned by reason of the dead body. And he shall set apart his head on that day, and shall separate to Yahweh the days of his separation, and shall bring a male lamb a year old as a guilt offering. But the former days are not counted, because his separation was defiled. And this is the Torah of the Nazarite. When the days of his separation are completed, he is brought to the door of the tent of appointment, and he shall bring his offering to Yahweh, one male lamb a year old, a perfect one, as an ascending offering, and one ewe lamb a year old, a perfect one, as a sin offering, and one ram, a perfect one, as a peace offering. And a basket of unleavened bread, cakes of fine flour mixed with oil, and unleavened thin cakes anointed with oil, and their grain offering with their drink offerings. And the priest shall bring them before Yahweh and prepare a sin offering and his ascending offering. And he shall prepare the ram as a slaughtering of peace offerings to Yahweh, together with the basket of unleavened bread. And the priest shall prepare its grain offerings and its drink offerings. And the Nazarite shall shave the head of his separation at the door of the tent of appointment, and shall take the hair from his head of his separation, and shall put it on the fire which is under the slaughtering of the peace offering. And the priest shall take the boiled shoulder of the ram, and one unleavened cake from the basket, and one unleavened thin cake, and put them upon the hands of the Nazarite, after he has shaved his hair of separation. Then the priest shall wave them a wave offering before Yahweh. It is set apart for the priest, beside the breast of the wave offering, and beside the thigh of the contribution. And afterward the Nazarite shall drink wine. This is the Torah of the Nazarite, who vows to Yahweh the offering of his separation, and beside that, whatever else his hand is able to provide, according to the vow which he takes, as he shall do according to the Torah of his separation, the law of his separation. Verse 22, and Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to Aharon and his sons, saying, This is how you bless the children of Israel. Say to them, Yahweh bless you and guard you. Yahweh make his face shine upon you and show favor to you. Yahweh lift up his face upon you and give you peace. Thus you shall put my name on the children of Israel, and I myself shall bless them. Boom. Highlight that, guys. This is how you bless the children of Israel. Say to them, Yahweh bless you and guard you. Yahweh make his face to shine upon you and show favor to you. Yahweh lift up his face upon you and give you peace. Thus they shall put my name on the children of Israel, and I myself shall bless them. I have a regular pen right here. I want to mark that. We've all heard that at some point, but I want to encourage you guys to use that and bless people with it. Because it says, for Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying to Aaron and his sons, This is how you bless the children of Israel. Say to them. I know that that's speaking to the priests, but I don't think he'll mind if we bless his children, Israel, with that blessing. Maybe he will. Don't take my word for it. Just read your scriptures. Chapter 7. And it came to be when Moshe finished setting up the dwelling place that he anointed it and set it apart, and all its furnishings, as well as the slaughter place and all its utensils. Thus he anointed them and set them apart, and the leaders of Israel, heads of their fathers' houses, who were leaders of the tribes and over the ones registered, drew near. And they brought their offerings before Yahweh, 6 covered wagons and 12 cattle, a wagon for every 2 of the leaders of, a a wagon for every 2 of the leaders, and for each one a bull. And they brought them near before the dwelling place. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Accept these from them, and they shall be used in doing the service of the tent of appointment. And you shall give them to the Levites, each one according to his service. And Moshe took the wagons and the cattle and gave them to the Levites. He gave 2 wagons and 4 cattle to the sons of Gershon according to their service. And he gave 4 wagons and 8 cattle to the sons of Merari according to their service, under the hand of Ithamar, son of Aharon the priest. And to the sons of Kehath he gave none, because theirs was the service of the set-apart objects, which they bore on their shoulders. And the leaders brought the dedication offering of the slaughter place in the day it was anointed. So the leaders brought their offering before the slaughter place. And Yahweh said to Moshe, Let them bring their offering, 1 liter each day, for the dedication of the slaughter place. And the one who brought his offering on the first day of Nashon, son of Amminadab, from the tribe of Yehudah, and his offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil, as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull of 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old, as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and as a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Nashon, son of Amminadab. On the 2nd day, Nathaniel, son of Suar, leader of Yizachar, brought near. He brought his offering, 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil, as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old, as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and as a slaughtering of peace offering, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Nathaniel, son of Suar. On the 3rd day, Eliab, son of Helon, leader of the children of Zebulun, his offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil, as a grain offering. 1 golden ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old, as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and as a slaughtering of peace offering, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Eliab, son of Helon. On the 4th day, Elitzur, son of Shedaiur, leader of the children of Reuben, his offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl, 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil, as a grain offering. 1 golden ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old, as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and as a slaughtering of peace offering, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Elitzur, son of Shedaiur. On the 5th day, Shemuel, son of Surishadai, leader of the children of Shimon. His offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set apart place, both of them filled with fine flour and with oil as a grain offering. 1 golden ladle of 10 shekels filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and a slaughtering of peace offering, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Shemuel, son of Surishadai. On the 6th day, Eliasaph, son of Duel, leader of the children of Gad. His offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set apart place, both of them filled with fine flour and oil as a grain offering, 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and a slaughtering of peace offering, 2 cattle, 5 ram, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Eliasaph, son of Duel. So far, these seem all to be identical offerings. Verse 48. On the 7th day, Elishama, son of Ammihud, leader of the children of Ephraim. His offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering, 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and as a slaughtering of peace offering, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Elishama, son of Ammihud. On the 8th day, Gamliel, son of Padatsur, leader of the children of Manasseh. His offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering, 1 golden ladle of 10 shekels filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and as a slaughtering of peace offering, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Gamliel, son of Padatsur. On the 9th day, Abidan, son of Gidoni, leader of the children of Benjamin. His offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering. 1 golden ladle, 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old, as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and as a slaughtering of peace offering, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Abidan, son of Gidoni. On the 10th day, Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai, leader of the children of Dan, his offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering, 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old as an ascending offering, one male goat as a sin offering, and as a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai. On the 11th day, Pagiel, son of Ochran, leader of the children of Asher, his offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour, mixed with oil as a grain offering, 1 golden ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and a slaughtering of peace offering, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Pagiel, son of Ochran. On the 12th day, 12, we made it. On the 12th day, Ahira, son of Enan, leader of the children of Naphtali, his offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering, 1 golden ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and as a slaughtering of peace offering, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Ahira, son of Enan. This was the dedication of the slaughter place from the leaders of Israel, when it was anointed, 12 silver dishes, 12 silver bowls, 12 golden ladles. Each silver dish was 130 shekels, and each bowl 70 shekels. All the silver of the vessels was 2,400 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place. The 12 golden ladles filled with incense was 10 shekels each, according to the shekel of the set-apart place. All the gold of the ladles was 120 shekels. All the cattle of the ascending offering were 12 young bull. The rams 12, the male lambs a year old 12, with their grain offerings, and the male goats as a sin offering 12. And all the cattle for the slaughtering of the peace offerings were 24 bulls. The rams 60, the male goats 60, the lambs a year old 60. This was the dedication of the slaughter place after it was anointed. And when Moshe went into the tent of appointment to speak with him, he heard the voice of one speaking to him from above the lid of atonement, as was on the ark of the witness, from between the 2 cherubim. Thus he spoke to him. Cliffhanger, guys. We're going to pick up our reading again on Friday. Yes, on Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. To be determined whether it will be in the morning, afternoon, or evening. It's a lot of food. It really is. And as we read a couple days ago, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of Israelites. I think we counted upward of 600,000 in the last one. So, I mean, yeah, it is a lot of food, a lot of people. I mean, talk about a get together, that's a lot of people to get together. So it makes sense that there would be a lot of food involved. One thing that because I wanted to glean something from this, and to be honest, it's very repetitive, of course, but the thing that stuck out to me in all of that is that of all the animals mentioned, it was the lamb that was a year old. The lamb played a significant role in that, even though it was counted as 60 in total, as well as goats and rams. But it's the only animal that were given an instruction for the age. And I think that there's significance in the parallel with the Lamb, of course, and our Messiah. Our Messiah was a young man, my age, around. I'm 33, and he was around. It was around that age when he became high priest by fulfilling the commandments and the prophecies of his resurrection and his crucifixion. So, but anyways, I'll be honest, I'm reaching for something here probably, but the lamb did stand out to me as I'm reading this, that, of all the animals mentioned, it's the only one that's given an age parameter for it. So there's probably more significance to it than I'm able to understand right now. I don't really fully comprehend it, but are the two witnesses in the book of Revelation Enoch and Moses? Why do people generally believe that, since no names are mentioned? I believe that probably Elijah and Moses would be the two witnesses. I think because it parallels on Mount Sinai when Elijah and Moses, I believe it was Elijah and Moses, were the ones that he spoke to. In fact, there was people, no, that was with Yeshua in the New Testament. And yeah, I think that they were like, Peter or somebody was like, hey, let's make an altar to these guys. But I don't know. I'm just pontificating. I don't know. I have about 20 pages in a notebook on that. Awesome, JS Genesis Designs. You and I should get together and do a live stream together, or we could talk about it off live. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I would love to invite guests onto our channel and have a guest periodically where we discuss. It could be Moose Run, it could be Palmetto, JS Genesis Designs. Any of you guys, we could have a live stream where you guys could just call in and jump in and jump out, take turns, and it would be fun. It'd be able to, we could put faces to names and get to know each other a little bit. Let me know what you think about that. I'm going to read some of your comments here. It says, I don't believe it's any of them. Interesting. JS Genesis Designs has a different take completely. I'm interested in hearing that. You two, the two witnesses, Moose Run says, are the two churches on the golden lampstands who kept the testimony of Jesus and guard and keep his commandments. I believe the two witnesses are actually two men, but that's where I'm at right now on that. I'm leaning toward the two that showed up at Sodom and Gomorrah to rescue Lot. Wow, that seems like a whole topic in itself that we should definitely have a video on that, and we'll hash it out and sharpen each other and show scripture to back up what we believe. The quality of the meat of a lamb 1 year old or less is far superior to that of sheep or mutton. I believe it. Yeah. That's like the premium veal of any, it probably much better than a calf of a year old, it'd be great. Moose Run and I have talked about doing some podcasting and / video stuff together, so might be a good catalyst to get this going, huh, brother? Who are the ones standing before the throne? Who are the ones standing before the throne? I don't know, honestly. I'm not sure. Okay, Genesis Designs is in, or they show up as men.
Can I ask everybody
rescued.
help on something?
Yeah, let me catch up on these really quick.
No, you're fine.
The crimson thread that is Yeshua through the prophets reveals the truth of all these things. Very cool. J.R. Cleve, that goes for any animal, really. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it's true. An animal within the first year is going to be the best of that kind of meat that you can eat. As far as tenderness and flavor, Rescued, you're right on track. Rescued said they show up as men. Okay. The two witnesses that are part of the Ark of the Covenant. Who's witnessed every sacrifice from the beginning? Yahweh and Yeshua. They've witnessed it all. And JS and I got you a mic. Huh? Well, bless you guys, man. Thank you. I don't know to say thank you. You guys didn't need to do that, of course. You already know that, but very cool. Thank you guys. Be careful to entertain strangers. Yeah, because you don't know if you entertain messengers unaware, right, Rescued?
We have.
Yeah, we believe we really have. Thank you. Oops, I accidentally clicked on something. Thank you, JS Genesis Designs. I'm still, oops, sorry. Oh, learning the way. Mary Seal. I didn't know that was you. Shalom. The tradesman. I think the two that showed up at Sodom were two angels. I think that they had a major part in the destruction that day. They were also witnesses that day. Yeah, I think that it would be awesome to we'll do that. I'll connect with you guys, JS Genesis and Moose Run. Thank you, brothers. That was really generous of you. I appreciate that very much. And then we can ditch this deity and get rid of it. Okay, Lucia, you had something for me. Come on.
Yeah, I put it on the napkin.
You want to come over and present it yourself, whatever you're going to say?
Yeah, hold on. I got to ask something.
Oh, let me clear your seat. My back.
So, we need to order PVC patches, but when we order, we have to order like a ton at a
I
time.
did not, Moose. Are you serious? I know about that brand too. I'm sorry. Here, Lucia. It's kind of down low.
Okay.
So.
So I kind of have to like just pick one design at a time when we order them. Eventually, we'll be able to restock all of them at one time. But my question is, if you guys can comment down below, what would you want to see as our next PVC Velcro patch that's available on the website? Would it be the Shema, which is what we've had in the past? Would it be a Warrior patch, which looks really awesome? I already have the mock-up. It's on Instagram if you want to see what it looks like. I just posted it. Or would you want to see me come up with, probably be like the back image with the verse under it or something, I'm not sure. Psalm 144. So which one would you want to see? Can you please comment? That way I can get a general vote and start planning the design.
So we're going to get some comments right now. You guys are going to kind of put your suggestion or your what you would like in the comments right now, if you would, please. That's what I lean on too, brother. Can I have all three? Brenda Prince says. Well, if you choose the one that would be your favorite. What are the ideas? The Shema, the Warrior, and the My Rock, which is the Psalm 144. Shema, Warrior, and My Rock. We could do more than one, but we want to vote which one would be number one if you can only have one. Shema, Warrior, or My Rock. Psalm 144. We'll read it. Well, first, I'm closer to Exodus 15:3, so we'll read that first. Exodus 15:3. Yahweh is a man of battle. Yahweh is his name. That's what represents the warrior design. Moose Run says, my rock. I'm going to save my vote for last, but I have a pick also. Number 1 is always the Shema. Jacqueline Hembry says. Number 2, the warrior. Feel free to put in order which ones you like, just like Jacqueline Hembry did. I like that. My rock.
My rock, I figured that was probably going to be number 1.
Well, okay. JS Genesis is also liking the rock design.
Yeah, the warrior, we've actually debated just taking that off the website completely. Just because I don't know how, like, edifying that is.
Correct. And I do like it. So
a lot of people like it.
It's not, yeah. It also kind of has its place. So one of the things I like to say is that we want to have some designs that edify, some that encourage, some that admonish, some that, are like playing different roles, like the Father does, like we do for each other. We can't just always encourage each other, but we also have to be challenged at times as well. And so I think the warrior design does challenge people to be a shepherd of their flock, to be a warrior. Our Heavenly Father is a warrior. And I think, there's a place for that. Now, we're encouraging men and women to shepherd those in their circle, especially men. But yeah, I think as far as edification goes, my rock also does the same thing in a way. So, but I think it's more edifying. So my vote is my rock.
Yeah, I would probably do.
I think that different people are given different size flocks, some 10, some 50s, some 1,000, and I think as Lucia and I pour into YouTube and Patreon and as we continue to meet and grow our sphere of influence, our flock it grows, and those that we shepherd over and steward over, and we're not by any means responsible for other people's walk, but we have a responsibility to lead by example. So
I think I look at it like we all have different tables that we're sitting at, right? And like at the head of each table, there's like different people that look over that table. Like maybe they're just setting the temperature for that table. You know what I mean? And we've been invited to a lot of tables, and it's been pretty clear over the last year and a half that we're supposed to have our own table, and to be able to set the temperature for that environment. And it's like the whole your vibe attracts your tribe. Like we definitely have a different vibe than most people, and I think that he's kind of just brought people into our sphere, into our table that we've been able to fellowship with and kind of help set that temperature. So I don't know if that makes sense.
Right.
That was it.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna conclude this video, this live stream. Thank you guys for hanging out and following along. On your way out, give this video a thumbs up. Help other people see it. And we'll catch you guys on 6th day on Frigaday. Shalom, guys.